Hi, everybody. My name's Anna Ackerman. Today I'm going to be presenting on my lesson for the final project, and it is going to be about WH questions, specifically tailored to third through fifth grade ESL learners. So my topic, like I just said, WH questions. I'm going to focus on how to format a question and how to answer them and how to pair those two together and connect the dots. My content objective is I will be able to formulate WH questions as well as respond to the questions appropriately. And my language objective is I will be able to use language to describe the various types of WH questions and how to answer them. So I will share my screen with you and show you my presentation that I would use in my classroom. Let's just share my screen real quick. Okay. So this here's my intro slide. So this is what I would have as a intro slide in my classroom as the students are walking in. I feel like it's very welcoming, and this way they don't stress about what we're doing. Something else might be on the board of what the content is. So all they know right now is just take out your writer's notebook and a pencil and be prepared to take some notes. So then I would spend the next 5 minutes or so, probably two to 5 minutes, going over learning targets. 5 minutes would be if they have any questions or that type of thing. But I can understand and use question words: who, what, where, when, and why. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. And I can respond correctly to WH word questions. So this will be their goal, and they should be able to answer these at the end of the lesson. So the next thing I would instruct students to, they already have their pen and paper out. I would spend the next 15 minutes going over the different WH questions, how they are used in context, and how they are answered, and what each one specifically means. So, for instance, the question where, we would use that question to identify a place. So if I ask somebody, where are you going? The answer would be a place or a location. So I am going to the grocery store, to the city, or to the beach. The question when would be to indicate time. And time doesn't necessarily just mean the clock. Oh, it's the time is right now, 5:14. It can mean that, and it can also mean a certain month. So it's currently April. Or it can mean a day of the week. So when are you going? I am going Tuesday, the 15th in April. Then the question why is used to discover a reason. So in the pictures that I have here, a little guy is crying, and the question might be, why are you crying? Oh, I stubbed my toe would be the answer. So the answer is a reason. Looks like, why are you crabby? Oh, he's holding up an empty lunch. I am crabby because I forgot my lunch. Why are you drinking water? I am thirsty. So I would go a little bit more in detail here and then give students time to take down notes as to what they find important. Then the next three questions would be what, and what is used to identify an object. So what is the animal on the screen? It's a tiger. The next one, what is that? It's a water bottle. And then we have a banana. The question who would be to identify people. So who played for the Chicago Bulls? Michael Jordan. Who is this tennis player? Serena Williams. And who is the swimmer? It's Katie Ledecky. The next one isn't WH, but it still fits in the category. It's how. And how is used, if we're asking someone how to do something, we're asking for them to explain ways or the means of doing things. So if you say, how do you get to school? I ride to school on my bicycle. Or we can ask somebody, how are you doing? I am doing good. So then I would have students watch this video. In this specific lesson, the video is about 3 minutes long, and I would play the video one time through and just have the students watch and observe. And then the second time, I would play it through again and ask them to follow along and sing along. So I won't play it for you now, but it's kind of a sing-along song that's catchy, and it makes it easy for students to identify and use WH question words. So that would be my purpose of playing it twice, would just have them listen and soak in the information, and the second time play it and try to um, sing along. So yeah, 3 minutes and 48 seconds. So it would be about, give or take, 8 minutes through. So after the video, my next activity, I would have students, again, they still have their paper and their pencils out. I would play this, or not play, I would show this slide on the board, and it would be a letter from their teacher. And let's see if I can it says, hello, dear students, hello, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing you all the way from the North Shore of Oahu. It was a very long journey to get out to Hawaii, but the beautiful hikes, beaches, and the great food has made the long travel days worth the trip. We have seen so many new plants and animals. I can't wait to see you all soon. They would see that. And then I'd show them this slide, activity 1. So they have to write questions back to their teacher. They'll have to write a total of 6 questions: who, what, where, when, why, and how. And some examples of this could include, what did you eat? Where did you go hiking? Why are you in Hawaii? They may not use the examples that are provided on the board because there's lots of different examples that they could use. And I would leave this slide up for them, and they would have 15 minutes to write a letter back. After that 15 minutes passes, I would have them share their letter with their partners, and then we would come together as a big group and share out loud. This helps them with the writing aspect of these WH questions, and it helps speaking too, because once they speak with a partner, they'll hear and listen their classmates' questions, and they'll also get to speak their answers. And they can be provided with constructive criticism or validation that they were good questions and answers. So for the next activity, these slides that I'll show, what I would do with these would be use them as posters and put them throughout the classroom. And I would give students physical sticky notes. And you could either do it in 2 different ways. So if you had a whiteboard, you could use this slide on a whiteboard so the students could come up and write on your screen. If you don't have access to that, you could use posters throughout the classroom and have them write on physical sticky notes. Either way, the same learning objective, same goal would be achieved. So you would have these different questions throughout, either throughout the room, or you do one at a time on the board. And they are different WH questions. I have each one time, so there'll be 6 total. So this one is, who is your greatest inspiration? And my sticky note, I put Serena Williams. And they will come up to the board and write theirs on a sticky note. Or again, like I said, they'll move around the room and put up their own sticky note. So there's 6 different slides here, or 6 different posters. So we have, who's your greatest inspiration? What is your favorite restaurant? So again, that's a defining object. Where is one place you would like to visit? A location. I said I want to go to the Maldives. When is your birthday? September 18th. Why do you like or not like school? I said I like school because I like to see my friends. So again, the why, we're giving a reason. How do you get to school? I drive to and from school in my car. So again, with these 2, I would re-emphasize what each one means and what type of answer we're looking for. So when we use the what questions, we're looking for an object. When we have how, we're looking for a reason. When, we're looking for a specific time. And where, we're looking for a location. And then the final game that we would play, or the final activity, is rock, paper, scissors. So this will also get students moving throughout the classroom, be able to interact with their peers, and kind of have a little bit of a non-linguistic objective here. So what they'll do is they'll receive a piece of paper with either a question or an answer. So for instance, the match that would go together would be, let's say the question is, what do you like to do in my free time? The answer to that could be, I like to play soccer. So those are 2 separate notes that 2 different students in the class would have, and they will need to find the match. Once they find the match, they'll play rock, paper, scissors with the person, and then whoever wins would receive 1 point, and the first student to 5 points wins. So you could do that. It could be a question could be, when is your birthday? Somebody might have a card that says, when is your birthday? And then another person might have a card that says August 15th, and they would have to find each other and play rock, paper, scissors. We would play up to as many rounds until a student got 5 points. So that is my lesson plan on WH questions for 3rd, 4th ESL learners. Thank you so much for listening to my lesson, and I appreciate your time.